All right, looks like our wood's burning pretty good. We've left the door open down here to let a lot of oxygen. It's burning really good. It's definitely going good. So I'm going to close that down. Oh, we're already up to just shy of 300. Well, last night we had pizza cooked absolutely perfectly, and we got our WINNERWELL stove and oven combination here, and it's running a little over 300. And we're going to have apple pie tonight for dessert, and it'll take about an hour. The instructions in the box says an hour, and then you take it out, put some stuff on top, and another 15 minutes. So we're going to put it in here and check back on it in an hour and see what happens. I've got a good idea that's going to be cooked just perfect like the pizza was, and going to be absolutely wonderful. Looking forward to that apple pie. WINNERWELL oven and stove. It's the best thing that I've done on camping so far. So stay tuned. We'll be pulling out of the oven here in a little bit. Okay, we waited about an hour, maybe actually an hour and a half, but we can visually see that the crust is getting brown and it's bubbling, so we know this pie is done. Took a little bit longer than the instructions on the box said 400, but we got our oven here 300 plus. Didn't ever reach the 400 mark, but just took a little bit longer. That's fine, but it's done, and we're going to pull it out and see what this sucker looks like. We are ready to have us some apple pie. And the same thing with the pizza the night before. This ash scraper really works well to pull it out a little bit. Yes, that looks very, very good. There we go. That is Marie Callender's apple pie. And we are ready to let it cool down a little bit patient, and let it set down up here and cut into that thing and eat it. That's going to really hit the spot. But who would have thought you could be out in the wilderness camping, 15 degrees outside, very, very warm in here, almost to the point of being too hot, but come in from a day fishing all day, Marimonte Reservoir where we're at, very cold, it's iced over. We had to chop ice to get our little rubber raft out there to fish. Did catch some nice fish today. I caught a 20-inch rainbow. We were ready to relax, and who would have thought that you could come into your tent from an area like this and come in and cook an apple pie. That is what's so nice and neat about this WINNERWELL oven on top of their stove, to be able to cook an apple pie. And also, by the way, we have vanilla ice cream that's sitting outside in 15-degree weather, and I'm pretty sure it's frozen. So we're going to step out there and get some ice cream and have with this apple pie. So stay tuned. Okay, we've let our Marie Callender apple pie, we've let it cool down a little bit. We got some ice cream. Ice cream was not a problem. Keeping that. And I am going to finally, if it's cooled down enough, there's a little bit of steam coming off of it. We'll see if it burns me here. That hits the spot. For dessert, for dinner tonight, we had ribeye steak and fried potatoes. And so this is really hitting the spot for dessert. This is absolutely wonderful, hitting the spot. Let me show you. Still got the box. That's what we're eating. And all this thanks to WINNERWELL and their engineered products for cooking, camping. The stove that provided the heat for their Fastfold oven that's sitting right now at 350. A lot of coals in there, so we could cook some cookies if we wanted to, whatever we want to cook in there. It's just amazing to be able to do this. I've never, all my years of camping, been able to have access to an oven to cook things like pizza and nachos. Tomorrow night, by the way, is nacho night. And in the morning, we're going to have biscuits. And these things, of course, you would not be able to do unless you had this setup right here. So this is what's really cool. I am very happy and very pleased with this. I mean, what else can you say? Apple pie and ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Oh, that's good. Anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna show some more things cooked on this oven. So stay tuned. So look at that. That's how small and compact it is. This is the lid. So you just unfold it. That's one side. Here are the two cooking racks. There's two levels, low and high. And the sides fold up. So now you got them all folded together. So there's these little levers here on the side. They just kind of clip down in there and that's it. And the same on the other side. Clips in there, clips in there. So now you put your racks in there. They just fit in there. So there's two different levels in there, a low and a high. And then your top goes on, and it just same type of connection here. Just swings around. So there's those. That's the lid. Got the lid put on there. Then we got one left in the back here. Yep, right here. And of course this is the front. Now it just sits right on top of the stove itself. There's your temperature gauge here. And of course you can open up the lid. Low rack, high rack. Like I said, I've cooked a few things already on it. This is just amazing. I was more pleased with this than pretty much as the stove. This oven, being able to cook things, have an oven in a campsite in your tent to be able to cook things and have nice things like pizza, nachos, apple pie, biscuits in the morning. We've cooked all of that in this oven, and it worked out really, really well. Here's the temperature gauge, of course. And now you get your fire going in here and get it hot enough, and then you can wait, of course, as it heats up and everything, your temperature gauge gets to about 300 or 350, then you put your items in there to cook. It's pretty neat. I was really pleased with it. It really works well. Of course, we got this lid on the top of the stove where you can set it on with the lid off. But I personally don't recommend it, and I think WINNERWELL suggests not to do that, even though it's possible to do that. I like leaving it on there because there's plenty of heat coming out here. I got this thing up to 350 with no problem, and they're easy 300 with the lid on there. It's just really finely engineered products from WINNERWELL, all stainless steel. But the idea of having an oven inside the tent to be able to cook things, to me, was just mind-boggling. That's just the neatest thing, and I've enjoyed that immensely. Coming in from, we're here fishing at Miramonte Reservoir in Colorado. Cold, come in tired and hungry in the dark, come in and to be able to have hot pizza and then hot apple pie for dessert, it just makes the day. It's just fantastic.